Hey guys, Jake Nicolle here. In this video, I'm gonna share why you're not a $1 million producer, and I'm gonna give you two really practical ways to approach becoming a $1 million producer. Let's jump right in. So the number one reason people aren't $1 million producers is actually super simple. You are treating your job as a salesperson more important than treating your identity as becoming a CEO and an entrepreneur, and it's clouding your judgment. The number one thing I did that helped me go from being a realtor who in his first year did $755,000 to being a realtor who continues to grow their business and become a $1 million producer is that I understand that the most valuable things I do with my time are not the things that I can hire other people for. Here's a great example. You're probably stuck doing administrative tasks. You're probably writing your own deals still, filing your own paperwork, posting on social media, writing every email, responding to every person yourself. And the challenge is that the 80-20 principle is so true in sales, which is this. 20% of your efforts are probably producing 80% of your results. I would say for most of you watching this video, it's actually more like the 95-5 rule, where only 5% of your time is actually spent on lead generation and sales, and the other 95% of your time, you're doing busy work where you're mistaking motion for achievement. So what you need to do is this. In order to become a $1 million producer, you need to really look at where your time is going. And all you need to do is buy one of those little black timer things that you can put on your desk. And every 15-30 minutes, keep track of what activities you're doing. And if you look at your day and you're not spending 2-3 hours of your day generating new business, then you're wasting the rest of your time. Because your time should be generating new business, and then when you get that business, it should be just negotiating. All the other servicing of arranging vendors for listings, of setting buyers up with schedules and appointments, you can hire someone to help you with all those other activities. If you're sitting there like talking with every person, dealing with every little interaction, responding to people as soon as they message you, you think you're providing great customer service, but all you're really doing is allowing your time to get sucked up in everything that isn't lead generation. You want to expand your lead generation time so that you're generating new business or you're negotiating deals. Everything else can be delegated. The next level of being a CEO in real estate is actually doing that so well that you're able to bring in more salespeople into your organization. And this is where you start to become a CEO, because now you need to hire more administrators. Now you need to hire transaction coordinators and an administrator who oversees that with an operations department and all of these resources that you're gonna need to have staffed in order to bring more salespeople in. But at that point, you've figured out for yourself how to be such an effective salesperson that when you bring salespeople into your organization, you're gonna be able to say to them, I'm gonna help you generate leads. I'm gonna help you spend as much of your time as possible having sales conversations, and everything else that isn't you being a salesperson, we have a team for that. We have a team to help you write up deals and contracts, to file away all your paperwork, to help you with your marketing, to help you with all these other aspects of the business that, truth be told, they're not actually helping you generate new business and grow your business. So the biggest thing that separates the $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 real estate producers from those who are generating $1 million a year in GCI or growing teams that are really successful is they've learned how to make sure that the most of their time they have available that they can get back is dedicated towards growth of the business through either being a really high producing salesperson or attracting, retaining, and training really great talent. And if you get those things right, your business is gonna explode. So now that I've practically given you the roadmap of here's how you need to start buying back your time and bringing on talent, I'll talk about something that's maybe even more important, which is how do you believe that you're the person that should be leading other people, running an organization? Why should people come work for you and follow you? Here's the truth. I know amazing realtors who don't know how to lead people. And the reason they don't know how to lead people is they have a mindset where they tell themselves, why should anybody follow me? The first thing you should do in trying to become a leader and having the mindset of $1 million producer is have a clear vision of where you're trying to get to. If your goal is just to line your own pockets with more money, you're missing the bigger picture of what it means to be an entrepreneur. What you should really think is, how can I build an organization that's gonna inspire people to wanna come work for me? How can I build an organization that's gonna give people opportunities that are beyond what my current opportunities even are? How do I create a company company where people can come and I could have 7, 8, 9 people all making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. When you start to answer some of those questions for yourself, you're gonna gain confidence. The reason you're not confident right now is you don't have a vision for the future. So when you sit down and craft out your vision, here's what I would do. I would sit down and draw a roadmap. What does the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years look like? And don't, when you're doing this exercise, limit yourself by brainstorming only things you think are possible. Write down the craziest things that you can think. Write down like, what would it look like if we had 100 realtors on and we had 100 realtors between this location and that location and Florida and Canada and Europe, and like just explore all these ideas. Don't have any limitations. Run a big education platform, whatever the case may be. And when you start to brainstorm really big things, it's the only way you find answers to how those things might become possible anyway. And then as you explore those ideas, you're gonna start to gain confidence because you'll explore them and you'll start to find some answers, and then you'll start to get excited. And that excitement and that ability for you to communicate your dream, your vision, is what will bring other people in to be like, man, I really wanna work with that person. And you're probably not giving yourself credit for the success that you've already had and how that will compare to other people being amazed at that success. Like, you're probably used to your level of success. When I did my first $500,000 in real estate, really quickly, that seems so normal. And that was like in my first 8, 9 months of being a realtor. I generated $500,000, and really quickly, it became my new normal. To some of you, that might sound really weird. To others, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where you do that first $500,000 and then you're kind of like, okay, cool, now what? Like, what's the next thing? And when you reach these stages as you go, just remember, there's people that aren't where you are and they're looking to hitch to your wagon because they're like, I'm gonna learn so much from being around you. The reason you're not where you wanna be is probably because you don't believe you're worthy of it. You don't believe you're gonna be a great leader. You don't believe you have a vision that's compelling and exciting. So get the vision sorted. Sit down, map it all out, get excited yourself about what it is you're gonna go after, and then start telling people. Start saying to people, hey, I'm gonna open up a brokerage here, I'm gonna open up a team there, I'm a couple years away from doing this, then I'm gonna plan that, I wanna launch a TV show, I'm gonna have a podcast, I'm gonna have a big brand. You gotta believe it by seeing it written down, by having that vision clarified. And then as you get that vision together, an amazing thing's gonna happen. You're gonna start to see it come to life. You're gonna start to meet people who are like, hey, I'm rolling out a mortgage brokerage in Florida. And then you start having these conversations and all of a sudden the path becomes clear. But it's never gonna become clear if you wait for somebody to just show up and do it for you. You don't have a savior coming in business. It's very much you who needs to go out and make that stuff happen. And that's the biggest shift that needs to happen in your mindset. Definitely go start to figure out how to win back your time. But the bigger thing is spend time thinking about the mission and the vision of where you want to get to, where you're headed. Check out books like Traction, where you can start to map out what your big, hairy, audacious goal is. And as you work toward that, you're going to find people that are going to want to align with you. To conclude today's video, I hope you understand that at the end of the day, I am in your corner. I'm here cheering you on. I'm definitely not tearing down any agents. There's a lot of agents who are satisfied with being solo agents that go out, maybe have a couple people on their team. That's awesome. I know that for many of you, you're watching this because you have that big ambition. If you want to be able to go out there, you want to be able to take ground, win more of your marketplace, build a team, be a mentor, be a leader. And the biggest thing that's gonna get in your way is the two things that we talked about today, buying back your time and your mindset. So look, we've got tons of content like this. I'm here to support you guys. If you have more content that you'd like to hear me talk about when it comes to being a 7-figure realtor, when it comes to how to spend your time, build a team, drop a comment below. I can't wait to chat with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Cheers.